Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kyle tells his mother at Jabot how much Claire adores the home improvement. Diane questions whether that implies they'll be relocating. That won't happen, he says. Victor would be too irritated. Because of him, he won't allow that man to pursue Claire. They discuss how awful Claire's circumstances are. Diane finds it incomprehensible that Victor still has such influence on his adult children. To impress him, they always go out of their way. Kyle is committed to assisting Claire in living her life as she sees fit. He is confident that Claire can gradually undermine her grandfather. Victoria and Claire are trying to get Cole ready to see a doctor while he coughs at the tack house. As they lead him out the door to the car, he coughs and continues to apologize. At Crimson Lights, Audra is happy to see Victor. He has been receiving messages from her. According to him, there is no indication that she took any action against Kyle. She tells him she has a strategy. He advises her to put forth more effort. She tells him it's crucial because she wants to get funding for her project. He won't give her any money until she begins demeaning Kyle. He chuckles as she says she's devoted to their agreement. Audra clarifies that she must begin developing her business. It's a component of her strategy to reach Kyle. He's not interested in the specifics. He promises to deposit money each time she takes a clear step because she keeps saying that funding is required. Victor has absolutely no faith in her. When she pulls Kyle down a peg, he promises to give her money. After he leaves, Kyle appears, and they start making fun of each other. Audra boasts about launching her own business and calling him a Nepo baby. She says, "Kyle, your time is up." Her business, Vibrante, will debut with goods that consumers genuinely desire. They will be devoured because they are cutting edge. He cautions that other businesses, notably Newman Cosmetics, have faced Jabot and failed. He is certain that her pet project will not succeed. Kyle assumes she has no idea what she's doing and doesn't even have a business card. Audra figures he must find the competition fascinating and boasts that she understands what she's doing. All he wants is for her to fail. Audra makes fun of Claire before leaving as she joins him. Claire informs Kyle that her mother has brought her father to the doctor because he is very ill. He tells her he'll be all right. As Audra observes them from the terrace, Kyle gives her a hug and a kiss to help her feel better. They sit down at a table and discuss Audra's inability to move on from her past and her acting as though Jabot ought to be concerned about her. Claire believes it must be Victor, and he believes someone is supporting her. Kyle claims there isn't any evidence. They sit down at a table and discuss Audra's inability to move on from her past and her acting as though Jabot ought to be concerned about her. Claire believes it must be Victor, and he believes someone is supporting her. Kyle claims there isn't any evidence. Claire informs him that her grandfather has resumed his business dealings with Audra. Chelsea joins Summer and Sally at Society. She wants them to be open-minded and needs to run something by them. After receiving pictures from the newest Marsetti Z collection, Summer informs Sally how beautiful they are. "I am so proud of them," she exclaims. Chelsea says she may be leaving after receiving a job offer. Summer didn't anticipate that. Marchetti talks about Summer. YNR. Chelsea emphasizes that she loves her career and that no fashion house is stealing her. This is merely a fresh start and an opportunity for her to step outside of her comfort zone. Summer is at a loss for words. Sally surmises that Adam has extended an employment offer to Chelsea. For him, that would be on brand. Adam's inclination to recruit the few people he loves about seems to be continuing, even though Chelsea has her back. Sally apologizes if she went too far. Summer inquires as to whether Chelsea intends to depart for Newman Media. Chelsea asks whether Sally would be interested in taking over her duty because she doesn't want to leave them in the dark. Sally is asked by Summer how she would feel about taking on the role of creative director. "It's something to consider," Sally says. She would be comfortable filling in for Summer. Although Spectra is grateful for the vote of confidence, they must first resolve the issue. She acknowledges that she has made her own offer. Summer is stunned. Sally clarifies that she believed Chelsea could replace her if she accepted the position. Summer complains that she might lose both of her designers at once. Kyle phones someone in Jabot to find out as much as they can about Vibrante. Kyle calls regarding YNR Vibrante. CBS. Lauren and Michael are dining at the club. He acknowledges that his encounter with Jack wasn't solely social as they talk about it. He felt compelled to alert Jack to Victor's escalation of the conflict. She fears that he has entered hostile territory. It will bite Victor in the ass when he discovers it. They dispute over it because they have been in this situation previously. She reminds him of Victor's sense of betrayal. Michael considers himself a covert intermediary. He doesn't see any other choice. Without him acting as a mediator, Jack and Victor might do too much harm to those they care about. Michael will undoubtedly be the first casualty when Victor finds out. The attorney tells her he has a strategy. She doesn't trust any strategy involving Victor, even though she knows he's an excellent lawyer. Lauren believes he should be taught a lesson. She's right, he says, and he should scrap the whole thing. He says he has no plan. She wants him to stop working for Victor and has her own scheme. To him, that seems like an ultimatum. He refuses to turn against Victor. She sees only catastrophe emerging from this, but he maintains that's what he's attempting to avoid. Michael is committed to speaking with reason. Lauren suggests that they are talking about something that worries her, but Diane interrupts. Diane surmises that they were talking about Michael's evil master despite his attempts to distract. Michael won't talk about that. Diane queries whether he is more loyal to the man who writes his checks than to his buddies. They quarrel over whether he is acting morally. She disapproves of the way working for Victor is affecting him. She finds this frightening and is beginning to question whether Diane is correct in assuming that he is more devoted to his boss than to his pals. He accuses her of not understanding and claims he's attempting to protect everyone. Victor returns home. There is nobody there. He sends Michael a message after checking his phone. Victor texts Michael while he is back at the GCAC. Lauren tells him to leave before it's too late. The CBS serial opera star revealed in May 2016 that she and her husband, Justin Gaston, ex-Chance, had given birth to their daughter, Olivia, on April 30, 2016. But they didn't formally adopt her until February 27, 2017, which was over 10 months later. Since then, Olivia's birthday and her adoption day, known as Coronation Day, have been celebrated by the family, which has extended by one with the arrival of Olivia's younger sister Sophie Jolie, whom Ordway gave birth to in December 2017. The celebration of a king or queen's coronation is the source of the meaning. Come along as we look back at the beginning of Olivia's life through these images. A present from above. Ordway and Gaston's lives were irrevocably altered with Olivia's arrival on April 30, 2016. The couple declared that they were overjoyed to share the news of their new baby, who was sent from above. It's official. Gaston held up Olivia's adoption certificate, and both her parents smiled. The new mother said, "Today was the second most special day of my life. Let's start the celebration." Olivia was welcomed into the family by her new family. Ordway revealed, "We call Adoption Day, Coronation Day, while a special cake and presents were available." Olivia, who was 6 months old, enjoyed jumping, laughing, and playing, to mention a few activities. However, she disliked napping and sleeping in general, and she didn't like bananas in addition to the way they sounded when people coughed.